Good evening and welcome to the clinic. My name is Dr. Latenight and I will be your physician this evening. It's wonderful to meet you. So I see you're here. Let me check and see what you're on the schedule for. Okay, so you're here for a memory exam, is that correct? Yes, this will be a cognitive assessment, but particularly we're going to focus on your memory and attention, okay? Perfect, alright. So I'm actually going to give you a few things to remember. I want you to repeat them back to me, okay? Then I'm going to ask you some basic questions, and at the end of the questions, I will ask you to recall the same information, okay? Great. So what I would like you to remember, first three numbers, okay? So they are 7, 2, and 4. Would you please repeat those back to me? 7, 2, 4. Excellent. Okay, keep those in your mind. And secondly, just 3 items, okay? 3 things. So they are lion, grape, and blue. Would you repeat those back as well? Lion, grape, blue. Excellent. Okay. So 7, 2, 4, lion, grape, blue. Excellent. Just keep those fresh in your mind, and I'm going to ask you some basic questions before I have you repeat them back, okay? Great. So what is your full name, please? Yes, that is what we have here. Excellent, okay. And your date of birth? Great. Okay, so that would make you how many years old? Excellent. Okay. Are you still living the same address as you were last time, or where do you live now? Okay. Yes, I remember you now. You're already in our database, so you must have been here before, right? Yes, good. Okay. Do you have any close family members that have problems with their memory or attention? Okay. Even something like ADHD would be worth mentioning? Okay. Great. Can you remember what time you woke up yesterday? Excellent. Would you please spell your first name backwards for me? Great. Do you ever find yourself walking into a room and forgetting what you came in there for? Is that common for you? Okay. Let's see here. Do you ever find yourself forgetting obligations or important dates like birthdays? Okay. Okay, excellent. Now I would like you to please recall back the 3 numbers that I asked you to remember. Excellent. And then the objects or the things. Very, very good job. Okay. So that's 7, 2, 4, and lion, grape, and blue. Okay, excellent, excellent. Alright, we're going to move on to the main assessment now, okay? So this will be a series of different tests, questions, all sorts of things to test your memory and your attention. Okay. Great. So I would first like to ask you, how are a corkscrew and a hammer alike? What do they have in common? Great, they are both tools. Very good, okay. And how are a bicycle and a train alike? Great, they are forms of transportation. Very good. Okay. Next up, I have this sheet with a variety of different items on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is point to some items in a sequence. So for example, maybe I'll point to smiley face, the box, and the apple. So will you repeat back to me the order in which I tapped on them? Smiley face, box, apple. Very good job. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to do, but I'm going to do more and more things each time, okay? Good. So you can just read them aloud to me, or you can also point to the objects when we're calling them back if it's helpful, okay? Great. Ready? Okay, go ahead. Excellent job. And again. Go ahead. Good. Excellent. Okay. Now we're going to mix it up. And next. Good. Yep. And the last thing. Okay, excellent job. Now I'm just going to point to some objects and I simply want you to identify them for me, okay? So what is this? Good. And what is this? Excellent. What is this? Good. Can you point to your left eye with your right pointer finger, please? Okay. Perfect. And what is this? Good. Can you please show me your left ear? Very good job. And what is this? A microphone. Excellent job. Okay. You did very well with that test. Okay, moving on now. Can you please tell me how many nickels are in 25 cents? Or we could also say, what is 25 divided by 5? Good. 5. Okay. Now this is a test of your focus, your attention, this next one. Okay. So what I want you to do is count down from 10 to 0. But I'm going to ask you to skip all of the odd numbers, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, go ahead. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Very, very good job, okay. Okie doke. For the next part, I have some flashcards, okay? Okay, so on these flashcards, I have different parts of the body, alright? Different parts of the body, okay. So firstly, I'm just going to show you a flashcard, and I want you to identify what part of the body it is. Are you ready? Good. Those are toes. What is the arrow pointing to here? Good. That would be her chin. Okay. Just one more. What is this? Excellent. An eyeball or an eye. Very good. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a series of these flashcards, okay? And what I want you to do is just make note of the color of the border of each one, okay? So I'm gonna sort of rapid fire them to you, and then I want you to recall back the colors of the borders in the order that you saw them. Does that make sense? Okay. Just give me a moment here. Again, you are ignoring what is actually on the card, and you are just recalling the color of the borders to me, okay? But don't say anything until I've shown you all of them. Ready? Okay. Please recite the colors of the borders in order. Good. Purple, green, purple, orange, red. Excellent, excellent job. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time, okay? Let me select my cards here. Alright, are you ready? Again, just paying attention to the colors of the borders and not what is actually on the card. Okay. Excellent. Now, can you recite the colors of the borders backwards to me? Okay, so starting with the last one I showed you, working your way up to the first. I know it's a bit of a challenge. Can you do it? Good. Green, blue, gray, different shade of blue. Okay, and orange. Excellent, excellent job. Alrighty. Moving on to our next test. You're doing very well so far. Haven't noticed any problems. Okay, good. So I'm going to have you perform some physical instructions, just some very simple things. We already did this a couple times when I asked you to point to your eye, show me your ear. Yeah, you get the idea. Okay. So what I want you to do is wiggle all of your fingers. Excellent, okay. Would you show me how you would blow out a candle? Just go ahead and mime it out. Excellent, excellent job. Okay. Can you blink your left eye for me, please? Or wink your left eye. Good. Can you close both of your eyes and squeeze them shut? Good. Now go ahead and open just your right eye. Okay. And open your left eye as well. Excellent. Okay. Now, can you give me 2 thumbs up? Great. Okay. Can you recall the first instruction that I gave you, the first movement I told you to do? I know it's a bit of a challenge. Can you remember? I asked you to wiggle all of your fingers. Very good job. Okay. Moving on. I'm going to point in some direction, so up, down, right, and left, okay? And I'll be doing it in its sequence. So for example, I might point up, down, and then I will ask you to recall the sequence in which I pointed the directions, okay? Does that make sense? Great. Okay. Are you ready? Okay, what was that? Good. Up and left. Ready? Again. Yep. Very good. Okay. Again. What was that? Good. Right, left, and again. What was that? Up, down, left. Very good job. Okay, and just one more time. Are you ready? What was that? Left, right, up, down, left. Excellent, excellent work. Okay. Okay, moving on now to our next test. So what I have here is these are actually to test your color vision. I remember we did that recently, didn't we? Of course. Okay. So you should be able to read all of these little cards. What I'm going to do is just hold up some different cards. Okay. And all I want you to do is just observe, and then whenever you see this particular 3, I want you to raise your right hand, okay? So let's practice that. Good, okay. Now if I show you any other number, just ignore it. But for this 3, very good. And I'm gonna do this pretty quickly, okay? So just pay close attention. Are you ready? Good. 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 Great. Very good. Stay with me. Almost there. Good. Excellent, excellent job. So that was primarily an attention test to make sure that you could keep your attention, your focus fixed on a certain task for an extended period of time. Okay. Also testing your memory a little bit as to what the instruction was. Very good. Okay. Okay. You're doing well. Just a couple more things and then we will conclude our exam. Okay. So for your next test, I'm going to read out a list of items to you, okay? and then I'm going to ask you some questions about what I just told you, okay? So listen closely to this list, as I'm only going to read it one time. Ready? Tiger, cashew, dog, chocolate, asparagus, 16, donkey, cheese, jalapeno, and pigeon. Okay? Please recall back as many of the items as you can. Ready? Go. Good. Good. Great. Anything else? Okay, excellent. Now, can you remember the number that was in the sequence? There was one number thrown in there. Do you remember what it was? Good. It was 16. Excellent. Okay, can you please recall 2 of the animals that were on the list? Great. And finally, how many items total were on the list? Do you remember? 10. 10 items. Excellent, excellent job. Okay. Alrighty, I believe that concludes our memory and focus test. I haven't noticed any problems. You did very well with all of the questions. Good. Okay. Well, I hope very much to see you soon. Thank you for coming into the clinic, for choosing me as your doctor. Of course. Alright. Again, I hope to see you sometime soon. I am here for whatever you need me. Cranial nerve exams, cognitive assessments, and anything else you might be concerned about. Okay, free of charge. Alrighty. Thank you so much for coming in tonight, and have a great rest of your evening.